Today, we're out here in central Nebraska on this 8360R tractor to do an evaluation of the tires. But more specifically, we're looking at how the TreadSure process can really impact or help us more accurately assign a value to the overall piece of equipment. Now, if you're a little unfamiliar with the TreadSure processes, our application, go check out some of our other videos because we won't be really going in depth on that today. And that other content out there really goes through that and helps highlight those processes a little better. But we're here with Bill today. I am by no means an expert in used equipment evaluations. Bill has a lot of experience in the industry. And so, Bill, what did you see on this tractor as you were going around it?
I noticed that the tires had some wear, which would be not unusual for a tractor of that age. And also, they probably, since it's got 7,000 hours, it's probably been switched out a time or two over the period of its history. But we noticed that the tire had some wear on them, so it's a good candidate for us to try to do an evaluation on them.
So what was your best guess on the percentage here?
My first guess on just going to the rear of the tires was I thought it was going to be 30 to 35% wear left.
So we have 30 to 35%. There's one opinion. Now we also took some pictures of these tires and sent them over to our friends at Dawson Tire and Wheel. Now based off the pictures, which can be deceiving, they were guessing 80 to 85%. Now, we rely on pictures for everything on used equipment auctions, listings, and things. Now, Bill, how can this discrepancy really impact the overall equipment value with the tires?
The point I want to make is how difficult it is to either A, with the naked eye, or B, looking at a computer screen, or C, looking at a cell phone screen to differentiate what the actual tread depth is on a tire when you're going to evaluate it. That could be the difference between 20 or 25,000 bucks as far as setting a value on it, thinking that it has 30% when it has 80, or vice versa, if it's got 80% and 35%. That's a difference of $20,000 or $25,000 when it comes to evaluating a piece of equipment.
To really get a good understanding of what's going on with the tires, that's where TreadSure comes in. So let's go ahead and do a TreadSure evaluation and come back to see what these tires are actually looking like. So we just got done doing our TreadSure report on these tires, and now let's see how that actually plays out in dollar and cents. Now, Bill, what did we come out to be?
So basically the front rubber ended up being right in that 60% range. There was like 60 to 62%. The rear rubber was in the low 60s, anywhere from 60 to 63%.
We first started off with 30%, and then we got another opinion that said 80%, but the TreadSure value actually came into that 60%. Now, Bill, from your experience in the used equipment world, have you seen this before with dealerships?
Absolutely. You know, at the end of the day, you got dealer salespeople that just go put a naked eye on a tire tread and come up with their best guess, which I did, came up with that 30-35% range. Or you have the dealer salesman that takes pictures of it with his phone and sends it into an evaluator, in which we did with Dawson Tire, and they come up with that 80%. That illustrates right there the volatility between how tires are evaluated in the evaluation process.
And to really get a gauge of the impact that this has on the overall valuation, we did get pricing for each of these values at our friends at Dawson Tire and Wheel as well. And the results are pretty surprising. So starting at the 30% range, we got a price back of $0 because at 30% rubber, these tires are really not eligible for a trade-in. But at the 80%, we got the estimate to come out to be for all tires around the tractor, the trade-in value was $11,732. But again, that was an estimate that was off. With the TreadSure report at that 60%, overall, the tires on this machine have a value of about $4,325 on trade-in. So that really shows you that difference, which comes out to be about $7,400 that could impact the value of this piece of equipment. Absolutely. And really eat into margin dollars at the dealership or even just on a standard sale.
So that ends up being the difference between maybe getting a deal or not getting a deal on trade, or if you were going to trade the tires in, maybe having to come up with extra money because you either overvalued or undervalued the trade evaluation when you send it into Dawson Tire.
So overall, this is truly the impact that TreadSure can provide and the value TreadSure can provide an organization by making sure you're not leaving money on the table. Now, to learn more about TreadSure, check out some of our videos online or go ahead and check out our website.